So what is up, guys? You got your boy Stingren here today, and today we are back with some reverse 1999. And before we get into the video, I want to ask you guys a very simple question. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will be grateful for any and all feedback for this matter. Would you guys like me to revisit the old characters from patch 1.0 and above? Now, I was thinking about doing videos on like Monalia, Pickles, Anai, etc. those characters. And I wanted to see if you guys just straight up interested. I've been seeing so much support on these videos, and it's definitely very helpful, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I've been seeing this. I've been seeing a lot of new subscribers come to the channel, and I'm just grateful. I'm very happy that you guys have been tuning into the videos. You guys have been watching, leaving comments, leaving your own insightful comments for other people to see. Maybe you guys can even teach me a few things about a character here now and again. So there's that. That's just what I wanted to say. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's talk about the character, and that is going to be none other than Spathodea. Spathodea is my most invested character on this game, strictly because she is my favorite character in the game. But we'll talk about what she does momentarily, but just want to catch my breath there. So Spathodea is a reality DPS character who is considered to be a carry. Now, a carry, if you guys don't know, is traditionally the unit that you want to use to deal with the bulk of your damage. And if you really just want to know about Spathodea in a general TLDR, is she's literally damage the character. She doesn't really do anything else outside of burn stacking, which of course is relative to a mechanic tied to her ultimate. But she's really just, hello, hi, I am DPS, how are you? That's it. She doesn't do anything utility-wise. So when you're looking at someone like Spathodea, she's definitely someone you want to build for and not build with. That is one of the key components of team building with Spathodea, is you want to pair her up with units that's definitely going to make her better in comparison. That's just the one thing there. Anyway, so let's get started and let's talk about Spathodea, the character. So as I said before, she is a reality DPS carry character who specializes around burn. Now, we'll be talking about the differences between P0 and P5 in this video, because since mine is P5, you're going to see higher numbers. I'm going to talk about the number at P0 so you guys can have a relative understanding as well. Anyway, so the general TLDR of Spathodea is that you always want to be using her buff card. Her buff card followed by her attack card. That's the ideal rotation you go with her. Again, she's very one-dimensional and easy to understand. However, she's AP hungry because of this, because she has to commit to doing both of these actions. You're probably wondering, why does she have to commit to doing both these actions? So let's talk about her buff card and why this ties into her attack card. So, her buff card gives her 3 stacks of pre-ignition, 1 stack of exhilaration, and 1 stack of preparation, Spathodea 1. Now, these are all 3 really good effects. Pre-ignition is basically she puts the stacks of burn equal to the stacks of pre-ignition she has. 2 stacks of exhilaration gives her a critical rate bonus depending on each stack, and of course they remove all after consumption. So using 1 cast of this card gives her 30% crit rate, which is very good. And pre-ignition gives her a automatic cast of her little boxer card. So basically, if you pre-ignition or you ignition point to do the little boxer, next turn you're guaranteed to get a cast of little boxer based on the star level you use your ignition point at. So if you use ignition point at level 3, that means you're going to get a 3-star cast of this card guaranteed. However, this means that you have to use that card, because if you don't, then the card will disappear. So what people tend to do with Spathodea is you would pre-ignite, and then if you have a regular attacking card, you can just combine it into the other one. It does take up an AP for this, but it does not consume that pre-ignition cast. That pre-ignition +1 into the other card will just be removed as it fuses into a +2 card. So that's something that you can do to help, but if you really just can't help it and you're just more so focused on something else and you don't have the AP to do it, then that's just understandable, you know, because again, you can always just generate another attack card, another buff card, and just rinse and repeat. But this just does give her a easier time getting into the 2-star card, because you effectively generate yourself a +1, and then all you have to do is just naturally hit a +1. That's really just it. Her inheritance also tying really well with her kit, because if she's attacking someone with burn status, she gets 25% crit rate. This is 50% because this is at P2, and she gets damage delta +8%, always good. And whenever she hits a target with burn, she inflicts. I mean, when she's a critical hit, she has 4 stacks of burn, which is good because with her own card, she can inflict up to a maximum of what, 11 stacks, I believe. No, 13 stacks. My bad. 13 stacks of burn that she can inflict if you're able to do a 3-star cast of the burn, which of course puts her just relatively close of hitting that 15 burn mark. So there's that. Anyway, so my general thoughts of Spathodea. She's actually very strong. She's undeniably one of the strongest single target burst characters in global right now. There will be new characters that come that will usurp this role from her, but as of currently, as a patch 1.6 global version, she is a fantastic single target burster. She is undeniably the most comfortable unit you can use because she's very easy to understand. She's very easy to get access into her power. You just need to build units that function around her. Thankfully, there's a lot of decent options that do work with her. Namely, someone like Two Fairy, who can lower critical resist rate and lower critical defense. You have Urza, who can give her 40% critical damage up and damage dealt up plus 25%. You have obviously Six, who can give damage dealt up to single target enemies, and of course his own reality shift, which is 20%. You have GTN, who can give her an additional 40% boost on reality while also inflicting a unique reality strike. There's a lot of units out there that do work for her, but there's also AP friendly supports, our older ones like Anali and Pickles, because they're able to actually gain an effect while not acting, while also allowing this freed up action for Spathodea. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing there. Spathodea has a lot of support. I've seen a lot of people say that Spathodea doesn't have a lot of support. I don't think that's true. She also has access to Ulu, who's the 5-star that comes in her banner. And Ulu is really just there to help with burn stacking. And after really getting around to really using Ulu a little bit more, I am a little less negative about how I feel about her per se, but I still do have my complaints about burn and how it works. So there's that. But the biggest gripe with Spathodea currently is she's just AP hungry, and she has to work with a condition that's relatively niche on its own. Burn isn't really doing anything super crazy for you, so you really want to stack it up as high as you can, as best as you can. Ideally, if you were to be focusing on like a burn stack team, you would go Spathodea, Ulu, maybe Two Fairy, and then a third unit of your choice like a GTN, Six, Pickles, Anali, you know, like the units I previously just named, or even just Urza again as an option to give her more crit damage. But there's that. So let's talk about builds, because Spathodea actually has a pretty unique build preference, and the biggest reason is because at P2, right? At P2, she gets critical rate 50% off of her Flame Flower. This is her inheritance. So basically, whenever the target is burning, she will always hit for critical rate of 50%. If you are looking at the build that I'm using right now, mine is sitting at a nice 40% crit rate. So basically, with my Spathodea, whenever I use the buff card, I am guaranteed to be over 100% on crit. That's easy. That's very good. So that means it's just free. But even if you are using it at P0, it's relatively easy to get her a 100% crit rate, because again, 25% plus the 40% here, that's 65, and then here you have 95%. So you're still essentially at 100%. That's really just it. But there it is there. But these are our portraits. I really wanted to go into them a little bit. It's mainly just big damage. It's just damage. That's just it. It's just damage. But if you are wanting to know how much of a DPS difference from P0 to P5, I believe it's around a 59% damage increase total per for all the insights. The biggest boost comes from P3. So if you were looking to go at a minimum for Spathodea, like if you're looking at Whale whenever she comes out and you yourself a Whale and you really wanted this character, stop at P3. You don't need no more than that. Of course, if you want to go higher, no problem. That's you. That's all your account. But her biggest portrait is at P3. That's all she needs. P3, you're done. So let's talk about builds. So at P2 and above, you can actually forbade a little bit of crit rate because, again, what the math we've just provided with you, you don't need that much crit rate. You don't need that much to get 100% crit rate. You can obviously go more crit damage, more attacks, so you can hit a little bit more harder. But if you're looking at it at P0, then you do want to get a little bit more crit rate here. Not that much different from the P2 build that I got. It's not really different. The bottom pieces very much stay the same, and the top pieces changes ever so slightly because it just gives a little bit more damage overall. I think that's really just it. You just get a little bit more damage, and that's really just it. You can even go things like a little bit more attack here. You know, it really just comes into how you personally want to build, but I personally still want to have that extra insurance just in case. But yeah, so if you were to pull for Spathodea in a banner, would you? Again, really depends on if you have good partners for her and if you like her. Patch 1.5 should be in banners starting patch 1.8. But if you want to pull for Spathodea, I actually do recommend it. She's very strong. She will continue to be one of the strongest beast reality carries that we have. Even after seeing where it is currently, Spathodea is still the strongest beast carry that we have for single target. So if you want to go for her, she's right there whenever you can get her, whenever she appears on the banner, of course. But yeah, general DLDR, Spathodea does big damage. She's a little AP hungry, but she is still a very strong DPS character. So yeah. Also, a lot of people have asked this to me. Why did I make her R15 and why did I make her P5? Well, the P5 thing actually wasn't intended. Like you, when I just talked about her portraits, I said P3 was the best, right? I was looking to stop at P3. However, when I was pulling for Spathodea, I ended up getting a double Spathodea pull at P2. So I was at P2 and I was like, alright, bet. I'm guaranteed P3. That means I'm done. I'm not even going to worry about it anymore. That's good. I get my P3 Spathodea at minimum, and I ended up getting both Spathodias, which made her go to P4. But I was like, you know, I should just finish it. I should. I do love Spathodea generally, so I'm going to do it. And then I took her to R15 because I was sitting on so many caskets, so I wasn't really too worried about grinding the materials for it. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now. I'm going to show you guys some example teams of Spathodea, use her in a bit of a content, and show you guys her damage potential. See you guys in just a moment. Alright guys, we are here with the team building part of the video as well as the gameplay showcase. So this is what we're using for Spathodea currently. So this is the best team I would actually say for Spathodea. Of course, as a patch 1.7, literally kick Ulu out for Isolde. If you don't pull Isolde, you can still run any generic support like Anali, Pickles. You can even run the very unique Urza for a team like this because Urza actually does provide you with a 40% critical damage boost, which is actually really strong for Spathodea considering that she is a unit that really wants to be critting all the time. So that is ideally this is the ideal team for her. This is the ideal team. I think this is what you really want to run in terms of overall content. But we are going to be doing this specific team with Ulu just to kind of show off the whole 15 stacks of burn thing. We can do it on this Limbo boss even though he does dispel his buffs every single turn. We're going to talk about how we get into that in just a moment. It is going to make our rotation a little bit wonky, but bear with me as I do this. Alright, so the game plan here. The game plan here is we're going to build up Moxie normally like with Spathodea normally. And once we reach 4 Moxie, we're going to start spamming her buff card whenever we can get it. Whenever we get copies of her buff card, we're going to get to enough stacks of burn to where we can get that 15 stacks so we can pop it off an ultimate. When we pop off an ultimate, that's when we get our big damage in. And then we go blah, 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 go from there, and then we do our damage. So, unfortunately, I was just interrupted, which is a little annoying. We don't have a way to dispel here, so that's actually a little annoying. Let's just do this. I will keep my precast though.
This is not a mistake made by man.
This boss does like to target Spathodea a lot, which is a little annoying. Okay, no stuff there. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get this. I Yes, we can do this. All right, so now we're gonna start stacking up burn. That's our game plan here. Start stacking up burns. Gotta get a heal card. Unfortunately, we can't even heal this turn. Lamau. Lamau. Anyway, do we have a? Yeah, we do. Let's. Ooh. So we need one more. I think we need one more buff card with Spathodea, and then I think we should be good. Just hoping you don't get silenced. Okay, let's dig for it. Okay, yeah, we got it. Nice. Alright, so we can buff again. Heal. GT and ult, because we have the turns needed to space that out. And yeah.
The Bagua drown on the sign brick never warns about its changes.
We have Ulus. Yeah, okay, we do. So, do we have Ulus already? We do. Alright, so we need one more, I think. 5. Papa's 9 is what? 14. Oh yeah, we good. Oh yeah, we're good here. Actually, we're good. 5, yeah. Because 5 would make 9 plus 4, which is 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 13, so it's 17. I mean 18, my bad. That's 18 stacks. Yeah, we're good. So we can do the burst now. So we can attack with here, buff again, Ulu, and then yeah, I think that's what we need. Yeah, then Spathodea burst, right? Or Spathodea ultimate. Let me make sure everything's here. Oh, yep, 18. Perfect. Alright, so now Ulu is going to effectively give us the 40% damage delta bonus. 10k per hit, and then 6k on the small hits, and then the final hit was 42, 122k, just barely short of the knockout. Oof, just so short, dude, so short. His Spathodea dies here, that's fine. Oh no, GTN died. Literally, oh my god. But it's fine, we win. That sucks, man. That so sucks. Cause we were literally gonna get it there. I think if we had used any more powerful incantation card, we would have just nuked them off the planet. But there we go. That's the showcase for you guys there. I hope you guys did enjoy the showcase. That was some big funny numbers though. Even if you did normal, I think you would still actually do quite a bit of damage. But alright, we're gonna run it back with the same team. This time we're not gonna really worry about doing the 15 stacks of burn. So I'll be right back in just a moment. Alright, so now we're gonna do with the Urza and comp. This is just to give us the critical damage bonus. But this time we're not gonna worry about doing the 15 stacks of burn. We're just gonna show you how her base DPS is with just the proper support. So we'll do what we do normally. We'll set up Urza's mushrooms. We should theoretically have enough turns to do what we need to do. Because GTN should get a pretty sizable amount of moxie this turn also, which is actually really good. Urza being silenced is totally fine. Yeah, that's perfect actually. Precast into that.
Music will speak.
Okay, perfect. We got 5 Moxie and 1 turn with GTN. Perfect. Look at that. We're totally running. We're totally running through reality units, guys. Totally. Yo, that's goated. That's so freaking goated, dude. The rest of the Moxie I need to accelerate his mushrooms is there. Perfect. Now I just need buff card with Spathodea. So buff card, perfect. Boom. We will wait. We'll do this, and then we'll heal with 2 fairy just to be safe.
Anyone feeling cold?
The background drowned on the sign
So now what we
never
need now
warns
with
about its
Spathodea is just
changes.
buff ultimate. Because again, we want the crit rate. Don't silence me? Okay, good. Okay, so he did the effect. Good, good. Now all I need is just a buff card. Oh my god, we got 3-star buff. Yo, this has been great RNG.
With everyone.
Let's do the confusion down, and let's do the crit down, and we got the effect going from you. We got that, and all right, let it fly.
Like the lighthouse.
I mean, the big stacks of critical damage really doesn't matter here, but we'll do this for, obviously, actually, did we need to do his ultimate? Oh yeah, for the extra stacks of his effect, yeah. More vulnerability stacks. So obviously not as strong with the 15 stacks, even with his 50% boost being his 40% crit damage boost being active. We did like 123k with the proper stacks, but we did like 89k without the proper stacks. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why it is imperative to do that. Did 2 fairy get silenced? Okay, she didn't. I was about to say, oh shoot, that's bad. This guy hits hard, Jesus. Jesus Louises. I just realized I had a 2 fairy card I could have just fused into. We could actually attack with the 3-star card just to burn it. I think that's what we'll do. Just to get the extra damage. I mean, at this point, we really just showed off what we need to show off. We'll put a little shield up on ourselves just to survive. Still did quite a bit. Oh, never mind. GTN's follow-up. Hey! Nice, nice. We take those. We take those.
A fair game.
Alright, guys. That's going to be it for this part of the video. A lot shorter, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about Spathodea in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.